Guess what it is. All right, next up we have public comments. Comments in this portion of the meeting will be held to a maximum of 5 minutes. Please give your name, your address, and your ward. Okay, would you like to come up and talk?
Mike Dedke, 1209 Hometown Drive, Ward 4. I was just coming back with some concerns on the 12th Road and wondering what... It's pretty slick, pretty muddy. There's mud tracked across the highway, clear up on the Oquito Road and all around and in our driveways. Also, if they have a plan for trying to get the washboards and stuff out of there, because it's just, I mean, it's as bad as it was before. It's rough.
Have they put down any additional rocks since
They
you were here
haven't.
last?
They bladed it today, and I mean, yeah, you know, they got loose stuff in the holes, and that was good for probably 2 hours, maybe 30 vehicles.
I know that the plan was, from talking to Josh, to get that rock sooner rather than later and try to get the new stuff packed in. I thought we were going to do that before some of this moisture. Obviously, he's not here to speak to what the plan was there, but I think the plan is to get the new stuff, the better rock on top, and so we can start getting packed in, hopefully while some of the moisture is going. Yeah. So that way it can start getting worked in.
Okay. Where are they getting the rock? Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay. I didn't know if you guys had found some good hard rock or...
It won't be the same rock as that's on there. I know that.
Okay.
I was sworn I read an email that came from Josh or something. They're talking about grading the roads here pretty soon.
They did.
They did
He just
today.
said
They did grade it
Oh,
today.
okay.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it kind of filled the holes for a couple hours, and, you know, I mean, there's a lot of traffic on that road. Like I say, in 2 hours, there's probably 30 vehicles on it easy. Mm-hmm. And it just, I mean, that's just kind of the nature of that type of road, that much traffic. It's hard to, that's a never-ending battle on the washboards. But one of our main concerns, though, was just the mud that we're tracking everywhere and out on the highway and, you know, into our driveways and all that, so.
Well, I'll follow up with Josh. He's out of the city at a conference this week, but I'll follow up with Josh. If you want to check with me later in the week,
I sure will.
I'll know more then, and
All
I
right.
can share that then.
Yep, thank you, Todd.
Well,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
All right, is there anybody else who'd like to come forward for public comment? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to the Marysville Library Report. Mandy Cook.
Good evening, Council. Nice to see you as always. I'm here to just give you a little report about the library and what's been going on for the last month. In the letter, I shared that we were really excited to have a preschool class and a first grade class go through the story walk down in Marysville City Park. As you might remember, just because I come wearing different hats at different times, not only do I wear the hat for the Marysville Public Library on this, but I'm also the K-Club sponsor. So the K-Club sponsor is the one that actually owns the story walk, but the library is kind of the monthly caretaker. And so we're just really excited to have people go through there. It's a very well-traveled sidewalk, and people just don't do the QR codes for us, which I get, but it's just nice to have that actual visual that there's some kids going through. So if you have any small kids or you have connection with anybody who likes to go walking and you might just want to take a look, it's pretty awesome. In November, we will have it will actually, my husband and I will change it out on Halloween, because in November, it'll be the Kansas Reads to Preschool book. So that is Little Nita's big idea. And it's pretty cool because Miss Lisa from the library is actually on that committee. So, you know, she has a hand in finding those books to share throughout Kansas, which is amazing. So another thing that I wanted to share with you was we did get a grant from the Rob C. Co. Company for $500. If you happen to remember, a few months ago, I came and talked about Lisa applying for a grant that was kind of the play space. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. The funding was cut, and so it wasn't because of us but the funding was cut on part of that, and so we didn't receive that. But for part of what she wanted to purchase with that grant were these cool pop-up play places. So just if you've seen like the trains or like the princess castles that kind of fold up like a hoop tent and then they pop open. Well, we're gonna, with that $500 grant that we got from that seed company, we're gonna buy some. So that way, Ms. Lisa just loves that hands-on working through things like that play. So she'll get some outfits to go with them and things to be able to use in those play spaces. So we're really excited about that. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is one thing I did forget to put in the letter, and we do have our Canva class coming tomorrow. So this is how to create a holiday card. And if you don't want to do a holiday card, that's fine. Whatever project you're working on, we'd love to have you. And we're so grateful that we're able to use the City Hall because the library meeting room was pretty full last time. And so we decided, you know what, there might be a few more. So we're coming here tomorrow at 5:30, a partnership with One Marysville. So we have a couple of board members that are coming as well. So if you'll want to learn how to do Canva, 5:30, you just come right back here to the city building. Do you have any questions or anything else you want me to bring to you next time?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have the Mayor's Coloring Contest winners. I think that's why a lot of the folks are in attendance tonight. If you want to come down, I'll move out to here so that way be a little bit closer. All right. We had a lot of really good submissions for the coloring contest this year. As you can see, they are hung around the entire room, but we had to figure out which ones were some of our favorites, and so that's why some of you got invited here tonight. I will go ahead and read your name. If you want to come up and just stand here for a minute, that would be great. And then we'll get a couple pictures. These are your pieces of artwork over here. This is the winner's selection over here, if you recognize some of your art. So I'll go ahead and read these. First we have Peyton Kanabi. I'll hand this to you. Oh.
Stay. Pretend you're handing it.
Here. Okay. We have Zelly Schmitz. Not here. All right. We have Sadie Wolf. I think your mom was here too. And over here, we have Brantley Albrecht. And we have Isaac Albrecht. This is a little bit unusual. So when we chose these, it was purely on the art. Apparently there's a lot of art in this group here. Sailor Smith. And last but not least, Vivian Olmsted. All right, so I will let you go over. I don't know if we want to do pictures right by these. Oh, I should give these to you too while I'm thinking about it. This is a coupon book from Kramer Oil. So there's 2 free chicken meals, 2 free hunks of pizza, 2 free ice creams, and 2 free pops. You can share it with your siblings or your mom or dad, or you can keep them. I don't know. Come over here. I was going to say you have to get in the order of your art. So Oh, okay, well.
Once my business took off, no time. Just killing me.
You guys all did a great job. And you don't have to stay for the whole meeting, but you're absolutely free to.
You tried to keep their awards.
Really cleared the room out.
I know, wow.
Yeah, it did. It went in a hurry.
It's just nice to have a happy crowd. All right, well, moving on. I see no notices or hearings. We'll move into business and discussion. First, we have Resolution 2025-17, advisability of financing the acquisition of storm sewer project.
Move to approve resolution 2025-17.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Ada.
Thank you. Next up, we have the request for parking spot closure November 22nd, 2025 for Sarge's Sports Bar.
I'll move to approve the request. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Ada.
Next up, we have the request for closure of gravel parking areas in the city park, November 13th, 2025, for the School Business Education Consortium.
Move to approve request.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Ada.
Next, we have the consent agenda.
Move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Is there anything anyone wants to pull out for further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Ada.
Thank you. Next, we have presentation of appropriations ordinance number 3858.
Move to approve appropriations ordinance number 3858 in the amount of $367,493.97. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Roll call?
Snellings.
Yes.
Ferris.
Yes.
Barons.
Yes.
Keating.
Yes.
Bikeman.
Yes.
Throm.
Yes.
Schrader.
Yes.
Duraki.
Yes.
Ada.
Thank you. We have no city administrator report unless he shared anything with you he wanted you to share.
I got some updates on projects.
Great.
Some information for you. The 15th Street Storm Sewer, they are getting ready to work on the line going north on 15th Street. So they're pretty close to that. And then Rob with CES has been in contact with Hall Brothers, and they think they can get there to do the dip in the next couple weeks. So he's been working with them on that. 11th Road, we heard from Rob today, and he said that all the pipes should be laid today for that main, and then the connection should be made by Wednesday, weather permitting. And then they'll work on the ditch and the punch list to finish up that project.
Was there any update on the concrete issue?
No, I emailed him back and I didn't hear from him, so once I get an update, I can share that. And then, Steve Bloomer was out and graded 12th Road. He said it's just gonna take some work and they're gonna have to work that in. So he's waiting on, the moisture and, drying and more moisture to work it some more. So he is working on that. And then the water department is gonna start working on winterizing the restrooms in the parks, probably this week if they have time. And I did speak with Janine Debley at the elementary school concerning the traffic flow around the school. Josh had reached out to her after the street committee meeting just to let her know what you guys were suggesting there, and she said they're on board with whatever you guys decide. She did talk to Trent Becker, who is their transportation director, and he suggested, or he wondered about on 10th Street rather than making it no parking all the time on the east side, if you would consider looking at certain hours, so just, you know, your drop-off and pickup times. He said that might help the people that live there with their parking availability. Just something to think about. When we talked about it at the supervisor meeting, one of the police lieutenants had kind of suggested the same thing. So maybe something to think about and see what you think there. But she said ultimately, you know, they're on board with whatever. And once a decision is made, if we let them know, they'll make sure that they let the families know and the staff know, just so everybody can kind of get used to that stuff.
Is there any way that we can get, if we can get an update on the type of rock, when it's gonna be put down and where they're getting it from? That seems to be the three most asked questions, and then maybe we can do a Facebook post or something about it just to.
Will had kind of talked to Steve about what his plan was, since he's the one taking care of it, and he wanted to work it the way it is for a while before we add anything to it. That was just his suggestion. And then he wondered about getting, he called it true road gravel, not the hard rock like the gray rock, but a different kind of gravel. And he said that would have to come out of somewhere in Washington County, I believe, that the quarries around here don't really have that. So that's what he was suggesting, but I mean, that's kind of.
Did he happen to have a time frame of how long to work it?
No, I think it's just gonna depend on getting it leveled and the, you know, trying to fill in those holes and things, because some of it was settling and there were some potholes, so.
Yeah, but I agree. I think as many of the kind of questions as we can answer and even give a rough timeline, people appreciate that too, so.
Okay, yeah, we can continue
Yeah,
conversations.
definitely, I think that road gravel will probably be a lot better top surface and won't be so slimy and tracky.
And dusty.
And dusty, yes. Yeah. Okay, is that it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have standing committee reports. We have had a couple committee meetings. I don't know who wants to speak to any of these and specifically. Street committee,
I can speak on them.
go ahead.
On the street committee, we talked about the traffic flow around the school, and Alston Street on the north side of the school will be one way going east, so it'll be a square around the school, and then the people on the north side will notify them when we get to that, tell them that they will be able to park left wheel to curb on that section. And then on South 10th there, the committee talked about making the east side of that no parking the whole way up from Center to Carolina.
And part of that was on the south end of 10th Street. By the church is now, I think it's Sunday parking only or something the signs
It's
say.
no parking.
Oh, it's Sunday parking only.
Okay.
It's weird. It's a weird little, I've read those signs walking by there. So, yeah.
Can we put this to vote next meeting?
Well, we have to put basically we would have to discuss drafting an ordinance. And so we'll have to, I think we can prepare to have a motion to, ask for an ordinance to be drafted, but it's going to be a process.
Yep.
Part of it too, I think we discussed the parking spots on the highway.
Yep.
By the State Farm office and the
Correct.
United Bank.
Yep.
Not for nothing, I pulled out of that going north on 11th and couldn't see a car coming today and just about got T-boned. So that intersection
It's
is
terrible.
definitely, I was like, well, that's timely, so.
I know the other day there was two kids standing there and there's a white van parked there. And to me, it didn't look like there was anybody there, but the minute I got there, they were just walking out.
yeah.
I mean, it's just.
There's a slope and with that last spot is right against the intersection, which I don't think is KDOT standard anyway.
Right.
It's just,
It
it got painted that way and people park there,
Yeah.
who knew?
Yeah.
So. All right, thanks, Kevin.
We talked about 11th Road too, 12th Road too. a
Yes,
little bit, so.
yes, we did. We had an admin.
Apparently we need to revisit our no parking on these.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing we haven't done anything
Yeah.
yet. I mean, that's why we take time, so these conversations can happen. Admin Finance Committee met, to discuss one Marysville contract, I believe. Kind of getting closer to having that finalized. Our attorney has been working on some of that for us. What else did we discuss? Was that the only thing on that call? I think it was.
Yep.
Parks and Rec Committee.
We just went over the checklist of everything needing done from now until and start of pool season next year,
Yep.
and in a list of hierarchy of priorities, I guess. So
Sounds like they're
Yeah.
kind of got it all lined out and kind of a good plan, so we
Yeah.
can have as much predictability as possible.
I did like how they triaged problems. Like this is immediate. This is maybe not as immediate, and this is So I did like that. So.
I think this was the first year that we've seen a priority list from the pool.
Yeah.
I hope that continues.
Yeah, I would like to see that too.
And it was nice broken out, like who was gonna take care of it, if it was internal or it was gonna be contracted out.
Yep.
So we're not always behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, that was comprehensive and it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Appointments and wage determinations, I have none. City attorney, we have none. Does anyone have need for an executive session? Okay, we will move into council comments. Lori?
Fall Fest was a good turnout. There was a lot of people. It was good. Glad they moved it to later in the day. But last year the weather was really bad. It was early in the day. I thought this worked really well.
Yeah.
Good.
That's all I got.
Thanks. Sheree?
I don't have anything.
Colleen?
I thought it was good, except that it should have been more condensed, I think.
Lighten up a little.
Yeah, it just,
Geographically?
yes, because you had all the food down here, and I get the premise of that, but then you get nobody down there. I know when the 2 years we did donuts out of the one Marysville next to it, we hardly had anybody down there. This year we had a line because we were back up at Otts. And it just, they could have had some food trucks interspaced with, up there is my opinion, that it would have been better because people didn't like having to go all the way down there to get food. So anyway,
Okay,
that's it.
that's all you got? Okay. Jeff?
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Kevin?
Just same as Lori and Colleen. It's a great night down there and got a little cool towards the end when the fire dancers got out there, but they were kind
That's
of
what,
cool
that's
to
what the
watch.
fire was for.
Yeah.
I hope you weren't standing in line for the haunted house too.
No, I was not. They had quite the crowd for that, so yeah. That's all I have.
Chris?
Again, Fall Fest, thanks for the opportunity to help the city pass out free coffee and donuts. We did get a request for apple cider or hot cocoa next year instead of coffee.
Instead of coffee
Or like
Or
in
both,
addition?
or both, yeah, in addition to.
In
So,
addition.
Previously,
Is it-
one of the years we had apple cider.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how hard it'd be, but if you had the powder version of chocolate and cider, you could just have hot water and then
yeah,
make it
I
as,
feel
make
like
it
the
as it
cocoa
went.
was requested more than the cider myself. I don't know about Lori and Colleen getting asked, but I think we should maybe add that next year just to, so that, the 6-year-old kids aren't getting hopped up on coffee grounds.
As long
It was quite entertaining when the littles came up and grabbed a cup of coffee and there was no parents around.
Here you go.
Have at it.
Go for it.
That's awesome.
But it was fun.
All yours.
And I appreciate the opportunity to help out with that every year. And I just say, make sure everyone checks Facebook and all the community calendars and stuff for trunk or treats and all that for this, Halloween season, and make sure everybody enjoys all that's offered by all the businesses and churches and things, and have a safe Halloween.
Oh, great.
I
Kyle?
have nothing this evening.
Can I retract my nothing?
No? You get.
Who would've guessed?
Once two people have gone, then you've lost the opportunity. What? Go ahead.
So, back to the property at, I think it's 1178 or 1172 Dawson Drive with the problem with the storm drainage. I did have, somebody come and look at that. I passed the information on to Josh. We're talking about a very minimal fix before we try to get into putting in a huge storm system. Basically, you have a square concrete pad coming off the street. You look in the videos, the water goes right there, but it goes over the top of the pad. Mm-hmm. Around the perimeter, cut a groove, put in it's kind of like a rubber seal, and then pour a permanent curve that at least get the water not going through his yard.
Hopefully redirected back.
It's not the solution, but it would definitely be a short-term thing to at least get the water going into the spigot and not around it.
Yeah. Okay. So. Only thing I had was, I know this Halloween night, I believe they are planning on doing another haunted house downtown. It was massively popular. I heard all sorts of stories about it. I wasn't there to witness it myself. But assuming it's going to be popular again, there's some concern about the lines and keeping it kind of safe since the street won't be blocked off, unlike before. So I've talked to Josh a little bit this afternoon about this as well. If we got some barricades down there and let them close off the parking on the south side of Broadway, that would give a little room. I mean, yes, the line can be on the sidewalk, but kids are, they kind of go every direction. If we can at least not close the street, but close off the parking along there, that gives a little bit more of a safety margin. But that would require an act of council. I know generally these are the kinds of things we don't blindside the council with, but notably there are no businesses that will be open on Saturday night in that block.
Any living quarters?
Friday night
I'm sorry, Friday night.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong night, yes. And there's no living quarters there at the moment. There will be in a couple years. But right now, just for safety consideration, I would ask if, you guys would consider doing that.
Move to approve the request.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to take barricades down to close the parking on the south side of Broadway between 9th and 10th on Friday. Any further discussion?
Maybe mark the hands of the kids going in, because my half an hour I spent there, I watched a lot of kids go in, come out, and go back in.
There's a fee this time.
Okay, that would be good, because it was a revolving door the first 25 feet. And I told my nieces and nephews, we're going home.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And can you communicate that to the street team?
Yes.
Please, thank you. All right, I have nothing else.
Move to adjourn.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Look at that, 15 record time.
You get some good bean tonight.
Real tight. We tightened it up.
The light shut off, say that tax dollar.
I even had to give out awards. I mean.
Yeah, that was the most exciting part.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
See. G is cute.
Mike's on.
That's not. Owen shorts. That's my 14-year-old German short hair who fakes like he hates her and then they're
Then they sleep
secret friends. This